Brittney Griner, the WNBA star whose 2022 Russian detention made global headlines, has once again stunned the sports world in 2025 with a bold move toward the NBA, sparking debates about her legacy, resilience, and the evolving landscape of basketball. Fresh off a controversy fueled by Stephen A. Smith's call for a lifetime WNBA ban over her alleged remarks about not representing Team USA again, Griner's reported pursuit of an NBA tryout has shifted the narrative from her personal struggles to her professional ambition. This audacious step, unprecedented for a female player, challenges gender norms in sports and draws parallels to the boundary-breaking moves in hip-hop, where figures like Meech and Toni Braxton have faced scrutiny for authenticity and loyalty. Griner's NBA aspirations, rooted in her physical dominance and skill, come at a time when her WNBA career is thriving, yet her past trauma and public perception continue to shape the conversation. Griner's journey to this point has been anything but conventional. In February 2022, she was arrested at a Moscow airport for possessing vape cartridges with cannabis oil, illegal in Russia. The arrest, set against U.S.-Russia tensions, led to a high-profile trial and a 9-year sentence in a penal colony, widely seen as politically charged. After 10 months of harsh conditions, Griner was freed in December 2022 via a controversial prisoner swap involving arms dealer Victor Bout, a deal orchestrated by the Biden administration. Her return was a triumph, but the ordeal left emotional scars, compounded by a 2023 lupus diagnosis that nearly derailed her career. Despite this, Griner roared back, earning a 2023 WNBA All-Star nod and leading the Phoenix Mercury with her signature dominance, averaging 17.5 points and 6.3 rebounds in 2024. Her resilience mirrors hip-hop's grit, where artists like 50 Cent rebuild legacies through perseverance. 2025 controversy erupted when Stephen A. Smith on his podcast reacted to Griner's alleged comments in an interview, where she expressed frustration with the U.S. government's handling of her detention and hinted at reluctance to represent Team USA again. Smith, interpreting this as disloyalty, called for a lifetime WNBA ban, arguing that Griner's remarks disrespected the nation that secured her freedom. He framed her as ungrateful, drawing parallels to hip-hop feuds where loyalty is paramount, like Eminem's clashes with rivals over authenticity. Critics, however, argue Smith misread the situation, suggesting Griner's words were misconstrued or taken out of context. Her defenders emphasize her trauma, months in a Russian prison, public vilification, and health struggles, and argue she's entitled to process her experience without being branded a traitor. The WNBA has stayed silent, and Griner, focusing on her game, hasn't directly addressed the remarks, much like a rapper letting their work speak amid controversy. Now, Griner's reported NBA move has shifted the spotlight. Sources close to the Phoenix Suns, the NBA affiliate of the Mercury, claim Griner has been in talks for a tryout, aiming to become the first woman to compete in an NBA training camp. At 6 feet 9 inches with a 7 feet 4 inches wingspan, Griner's physicality is undeniable. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, 2014-2015. Her game, built on rim protection, post dominance, and a soft touch, could translate to a bench role, perhaps as a defensive specialist. NBA executives are intrigued, with one anonymous source noting her unique skill set could challenge smaller forwards or centers in limited minutes. The move aligns with the NBA's push for inclusivity, seen in initiatives like hiring female coaches and referees. Griner's tryout, if confirmed, would be a historic step, akin to Billie Jean King's 1973 tennis Battle of the Sexes or Meyer's 1979 NBA tryout, though Myers never played in a regular season game. The sports world is buzzing, but skepticism abounds. Critics argue the NBA's physicality, faster pace, stronger opponents, might overwhelm Griner despite her WNBA dominance. Men's basketball, they claim, demands a different intensity, and at 34, Griner's age and health issues could be barriers. Others see it as a publicity stunt, with the Suns leveraging her fame to boost ticket sales amid a lackluster 2024-25 season. Yet, supporters counter that Griner's size, skill, and experience make her a legitimate candidate. Her 88-inch wingspan and shot-blocking prowess could disrupt drives, and her ability to score in the paint, evidenced by her 20-point 10-rebound games in the WNBA, suggests she could hold her own. The NBA's evolving style, favoring versatility over brute strength, plays to her strengths, much like how hip-hop's shift to melodic flows open doors for artists like Drake. This move also challenges gender norms, echoing hip-hop's battles over authenticity. Just as Lil Meech struggled to prove his street cred against his father's legacy, Griner faces scrutiny for daring to cross into the male-dominated NBA. Her supporters argue she's earned the right to try, having overcome prison, illness, and public backlash. Her critics, including Smith, might see it as another defiant act, especially if they view her Team USA comments as ungrateful. The hip-hop parallel runs deeper. Like Toni Braxton's financial controversies where loyalty and intent were questioned, Griner's NBA bid tests whether her ambition is celebrated or dismissed as overreaching. Her silence on the Smith controversy, much like Eminem's strategic restraint in feuds, lets her performance speak, but the stakes are higher now. The WNBA's response, or lack thereof, adds complexity. The league has championed player expression, from anthem protests to advocacy, and punishing Griner for her comments would spark backlash, especially given her identity as a Black queer woman. A lifetime ban, as Smith proposed, lacks precedent. WNBA suspensions typically involve conduct like fighting or gambling, not speech. Griner's NBA pursuit, however, could strain her WNBA ties, as some fans and executives might view it as abandoning the league that elevated her. Yet, her success could elevate the WNBA's profile, proving its stars can compete at the highest level, much like how Jay-Z's business ventures legitimized hip-hop's cultural reach. Public reaction is polarized. Some fans hail Griner as a trailblazer, comparing her to pioneers like Lisa Leslie, who elevated women's basketball. Others, echoing Smith, see her actions, first the comments, now the NBA move, as self-serving, prioritizing personal ambition over collective loyalty. Prisoner swaps controversy, trading bout for Griner, lingers, with critics arguing she owes the U.S. unwavering gratitude. Her lupus diagnosis adds sympathy, but not universally. Some see her health as a reason to stay in the WNBA, not chase an NBA dream. The debate mirrors hip-hop's obsession with keeping it real, where figures like 50 Cent call out perceived fakes, just as Smith has done with Griner. As of August 2025, no tryout date is confirmed, but Griner's camp is reportedly in talks with multiple NBA teams. Her WNBA season continues, with 18.2 points and 7.1 rebounds per game, silencing doubters on the court. The NBA move, if it materializes, could redefine her legacy, making her a symbol of courage or a cautionary tale of overreach. Like Lil Meech's fumbled BMF legacy or Braxton's tangled financial drama, Griner's story is about navigating pressure, authenticity, and public judgment. Will she break barriers, or will the NBA dream falter like her disputed comments? Drop your thoughts. Is Griner's NBA bid bold or reckless? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned.